Yo, this is Talk E. Welcome to the Locker Room. Talk nothing but basketball. Now I know there was no games going on yesterday, and you're probably like, "Yo, E, what are you doing over here? Like, what are you gonna be talking about today? Like, there's no basketball going on yesterday. Like, there were no games going on last night. We didn't see nothing. We still waiting on for this boring Heat versus Nuggets series to happen, and we're waiting to see Game One to hopefully decide. All right, this series is gonna be entertaining, or this series is gonna be very boring, or it's gonna go all the way left or all the way right. We don't even know. But by the title, I'm pretty sure you already know what I'm gonna be talking about. One, and the first thing we'll be talking about is Coach Nick Nurse, former coach of the Toronto Raptors, has signed with the Philadelphia 76ers. Now, yo, Eli, why is this news? I'll explain. This is news because one, he's a great coach. Two, he left the team. Okay, this is one of the rare times where he was not fired. He decided, with like a month left in the season, I don't want to be part of this team anymore. There's something wrong with this team, and I don't think I could fix it, which is huge because he just won them a championship back in 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022. They played really good. One or two of those seasons they played terrible, but they were not in their city. They were in Tampa Bay, so it's understandable. But they were supposed to be a great team coming into this year, and they had times where they showed that they can fight and that they can perform. Pascal Siakam had times this season and last season where he showed up and he, showed that he can be the number one option and sometimes at number two next to Fred VanVleet. So why did he leave? Like I said, there's something missing on this team. And this style of basketball that they play is very annoying to an audience, to somebody who's watching that's not a Raptors fan. But it wins games, and this year it didn't win them games. So if it's not working, it's annoying, and it's not winning you games, then it's time to separate. And he did, he left. Now, why is this big for Philly? This is big for the Sixers for a couple of reasons. One, you have a championship coach. I think this is the first time Philadelphia has had a championship coach in the last like 5 or 6 years. I'm probably tweaking out. But yeah. And two, he's usually really good at his like offensive and defensive schemes, and he knows what he's doing, especially if he has a superstar like a Joel Embiid or Kawhi Leonard or a James Harden or a whoever it is, any one of these big names, the big guys that knows what they're doing, that can break down the game, that can do so much, that is very versatile, that's so hard to guard. He's usually really good at coming up with defensive and offensive schemes. On top of that, the Sixers give him a combination of offense and defense, and he's able to really coach Tyrese Maxey, Joel Embiid, James Harden, Tobias Harris, you know, um, DeAnthony Melton. Obviously, assuming that all these guys stay with the Sixers, I don't know what's going to happen. There's rumors James Harden is leaving. There's a lot of things going on. But if everything stays the same, he has a variety of things he can do with these guys. He has, so many ways that he can attack every single game, even playoff series. The Sixers have a problem where they have not made it past the second round, and he can come and make a difference because he's really good at adjusting game to game. Now he's not Ty Lue, but he's really good at coming up like, I first two games we play terrible, come back next game play like this. Third game, this quarter they would beating us. Let's try to play it like this. Let's try to do it like that. He's very good at X's and O's. He knows like when to focus on certain players. Like with Steph Curry in 2019, I remember he was saying like, just run box and one the whole time, just run box and one. and they did that the whole time, won the game. And not only did they win the game, they won the series. Now, mind you, there's a couple of things that went on that, gave them some luck and helped them out. But that's what every championship team has, some luck and some things that go their way a little bit. And it's like when you take a dumb shot, but the ball bounces in your favor and hits the rim, bounces into the basket. Yeah, it's life, bro. It's basketball. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. I really like this for the Sixers. I wanted him to come to Phoenix. I really did. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wanted Nick Nurse to come to Phoenix. Why? Because if Monty Williams is gone, I'm okay with Kevin Young taking the spot, but I really do not want Doc Rivers at all. And then Coach Budenholzer, I don't want him neither. Why? It just doesn't seem like that he is really good at making defensive plans and offensive plans and schemes. It feels like he just relied on Giannis and Drew Holiday, and I mean, every now and then, of course, he's gonna make a couple of decisions as a coach. That's his job, so he's gonna do it. But I'm saying I just don't think he's that good at it, like a Nick Nurse. Doc Rivers never made it past the second round. I'm trying to make it past the second round, bro. I am not trying to sit here and you know make it to the second round and lose time after time after time. I'm not doing that. I'm just tired. Kevin Young, we'll give him a chance. I mean, most of the time, honestly, the games that we won, Mounts will always give him the credit. He'd be like, oh, he told me to do this, he told me to do that. Which is kind of weird that you're the head coach, but all the credit goes to you, the second coach in command. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a little odd. Like, maybe he should have been running the team this whole time then. Like, why couldn't you come up with that decision yourself? Why couldn't you realize that on your own? Just a little weird to me. But shout out to Nick Nurse. Shout out to the Sixers. That's a very, very great pickup for the Sixers and a very great signing for Nick Nurse. Hopefully everything goes well, man. Hopefully that the Sixers players actually accept him and allow him to coach them, which I don't think should be a problem. Next, I want to talk about Lonzo Ball situation. It's actually a very, very sad situation. I mean, this is a young guy who came into the league, and everybody expected him to be great. Everybody expected him to be one of the best players in the league at the time, at least one of the best point guards. And he came out first year, I think it was the second overall pick, and he was playing, he was balling, he's, doing him, he was scoring, he's passing. Second year, I believe that's the year he played with LeBron. This is when his game started to take, a hit, and he started to really focus more on defense, 3-point shooting, passing, and at the time, there's when we were saying like the Ben Simmons thing for him was like he's not even taking a shot at the basket, or we were saying he's not even looking at it, the 3-point shot. Now, as my point guard, I need you to shoot, and I need you, whether it's from 5 feet away from the basket or 30, 40 feet away from the basket. I need you to shoot. And there's times we're saying, oh, he's playing too soft. He's not playing hard enough. He's not the same. Don't worry about getting 10, 15 assists. That's LeBron's job. You get you like a nice little cool 8 and score and play defense. Do a little bit of everything. And he has so much potential, bro. So much potential. He then was traded to the Pelicans, and this is when he really started to flourish. I mean, first year, I believe it was, he was great, but eventually he started balling. Like, he was scoring, passing, playing defense. He was doing what we wanted him to do. Then they traded him to the Chicago Bulls. And this is where a beautiful story looks like it's about to come to an end. First year with the Bulls, I believe he played a couple of months with them, and the Bulls were fighting for a top 4 spot. Might have been even a top 2 spot. They might have even had number 1. Lonzo Ball goes down. One of the most scariest things that a up and coming franchise could have, imagined to happen to them happened to them. Your starting point guard, one of the greatest point guards in the league at the time, went down. Maybe like I'll put him like top 10 at the time. He goes down, and at this point, it's like, what is happening to Lonzo? Is Lonzo going to be okay? Is Lonzo going to be able to come back? How long would we have to wait for him to come back? What is going to be the plan for Bulls fans? I mean, he was playing great. He was playing out of his mind. I mean, you saw the way the ball was moving around when he was on the court versus when he was off the court. I mean, it was huge, bro. And we get to a couple months later, and he gets his surgery, and we're expecting him to come back at the end of the year. They're saying no, he won't come back at the end of the year. Okay, we're expecting to come back the beginning of next year. They said no, it's a minor setback. Okay, wait a couple more months. We're thinking he'll come back the year after that, or the end of this year that just passed. No, we're afraid that he might need another surgery. He might not come back for a while. Okay. Now they're saying we're afraid Lonzo Ball might never play basketball again.
What?
Now this is the scariest thing any fan base, any person, any coach, any team, any teammate, and any player can hear. For someone with so much potential to hear, I don't think that you'll be able to play ever again. But to be honest with you, I don't think they told him that, because I heard that it was secret. Like they were keeping it indoors and it got leaked. So there's something, in my opinion, that the Bulls are not doing right. There's something that's not going on that is, supposed to be going on. There's something that is going on that's not supposed to be going on. And the Bulls need to get it together. It's wrong. It's weird. It's messed up. I mean, Zach LaVine had like a knee surgery. I think it was something with meniscus or whatever like that. And he spent this whole year playing terrible. At the end of the year, he started to cook up and started to look like the old Zach LaVine. It was too late. Lonzo Ball goes down. You tell me he needs to have 4 surgeries, bro, before y'all could start deciding if he's gonna come back or not. What type of injury is this? I mean, Victor Oladipo had an injury that we like. Oh my God, like no players come back from this injury, and he found a way back. Players have torn their Achilles, their meniscus, their ACLs, sat out for a year, 2 years, and came back and played. What type of injury is this that you guys are saying that we don't think he'll ever be able to come back and play? Unless the injury is not that bad, but you guys have made it worse. There has to be something behind the scenes that we do not know. And if there is, that is very unfair to the fans. That is very unfair to Lonzo's family, the Ball family. And most importantly, that's unfair to Lonzo Ball himself. He's a young man, just trying to play the sport that he loves. He was just starting to do great in his career, and you guys traded for him. You're supposed to take good care of him. If you don't have the right facilities to take care of him, make sure he's healthy, then trade him. Give him to a team that knows what they're doing. Put your ego aside. That's very unfair to him, bro. And then the fact that I'm pretty sure that no Bulls faculty told him this to his face, and they're just keeping this, rumors between themselves in secret. That's not fair, bro. That's not funny. I gotta let him know. I gotta allow him to play. And now you're taking that away from him because you don't want to be honest with his injury. It's like what the Celtics did to Isaiah Thomas. One of the best short NBA players ever. And he came out and he was playing ball and he was, doing him. Had one of the best years of his career. Injured his hip, and that's it. They were playing around with him the whole time, and then they traded him. I think it was like to Utah or something like that, and he was never the same. Never the same. Look at Gordon Hayward. Same thing. These things are unfair to players, bro. If you do not have the right facility, allow them to at least spend their own money to go help heal themselves. This whole, oh, you gotta go to the team doctor, da da da. These type of things are the reason why Kawhi wants his own doctor. And then we don't find nothing out, and the team doesn't know what's going on, da da da, because he doesn't trust the team and the team's doctor. It's weird, bro. I hope the best for Lonzo Ball. I hope we get to see him play soon, and hopefully none of these rumors, actually last. I mean, they told Jordan that he has a 1% chance to come back and play basketball, and he fought his way back for that 1% chance. Um, Kobe had crazy surgeries, and you know he found his way back on the court. Kevin Durant went down. They said he won't be able to play the same. He came back, played the same. Klay Thompson went down. They say he won't be able to play the same. He hasn't been 100% the same, but if he really locks in this summer, I feel like he'll be great next season. A lot of things happen. Victor Oladipo hasn't been playing the same, but it's like every time we see flashes of the old Victor, he goes down. So hopefully he doesn't allow these rumors and whatever these are to break him, and hopefully it makes him get stronger and makes him want to fight through it and actually find a way back on the court. But a couple more things I want to talk about. One more thing, actually. Bob Myers steps down from the Warriors. Now, it's not that big of a story. I mean, it is because the history behind him and the Warriors and the legendary decade that they have created, the 4 championships they've won together, getting Kevin Durant, um, all the trades that he's made, him just doing all these great things for the Warriors, and then he steps down. It's kind of weird to me how the Warriors and him couldn't agree to an extension of a contract. I mean, for somebody like that, I would give him whatever he wanted, honestly. But I guess it is what it is. He steps down, and immediately all the rumors happen, and they come through flooding like it's a hurricane. I mean, they were like, "Oh, is he going to this team? Is he gonna sign with this team? Oh, Kevin Durant posted a picture with him. Is he going to Phoenix? No, 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 no. Pipe down, calm down." Like the man just got out of his job. Let him chill, let him relax. He's gonna figure everything out. I'm pretty sure everybody's calling his line right now. One of the greatest um um president of basketball operations in the last like 10 years. So let him do what he got to do. He gonna figure it out. And it's kind of weird to me that he steps down. I'm kind of curious where this Warriors team goes from here. Like, what do they do? How do they draft? How do they make trades? What do they look like from here on? And the person that takes his spot, who is they, and how would they be able to, you know, make decisions? And will their decisions keep the Warriors where they're at right now, if not make them better or worse? Last but not least, I mean, y'all know how much I have a problem with these NBA referees. And y'all know how I feel about them. And for some reason, bro, they just piss me off. Like, every single last one of them. But this one takes the cake. I mean, referee Eric Lewis. Now, I don't even know where to start with this. This man sat here and allegedly made a burner to defend referees' calls that they make, and just overall just like what they do, and he just tweets about it and explains it, whatever. And it's like, you telling me that these referees could want a name and an image on the internet so bad, but we can't give them a fine and publicly announce it when they make mistakes, when they give out technicals that shouldn't be technicals. You telling me we can't fine them? You telling me we can't punish them publicly like we do the players and coaches, but they're making burners to get a name for themselves and explain themselves? If you really cared that bad, if fans on the internet's opinion really hurts you that bad, don't be a referee. Look at Scott Foster. This man has been making every single game that he refs very annoying, very boring. And Daniel looks like he's picking a side every time he's reffing. It's like embarrassed. It's so sad, bro, and it hurts watching some of these refs, ref the game. It doesn't feel like they're actually trying to ref the game in an equal point of view, from an equal eye. It looks like they're trying to really do this from the idea of just like, I want this game to be played like this. But it's the game of basketball. It's not about you. Sometimes just let the game go on. Not everything needs to be a call. You made a mistake? Okay, cool. You don't need to pay them back their mistake. Regardless, time is running out the clock. It's already a different game now. Momentum is already switched. It is what it is. Now, I don't know if you guys read the article, but if you haven't, it allegedly says that if he was to be found guilty and the NBA, through its investigation, finds that no, he did have this burner account, he can face some discipline. Now, what the hell is this discipline? What are they going to do? Slap on the wrist? Send him to the corner? Whoop him with a belt? What is this punishment? Suspend him from being a ref? But still pay him? Like, are they going to fine him publicly? Are they going to be like, oh, we're fining him $25,000? Like, what is the punishment? It's just like so weird to me. Like, what do you mean there's punishments? There's discipline. Okay, are we going to know about this discipline that you say? Or are you going to keep throwing him in games to ref without, fixing anything? Like, what is the plan here? It's weird. I hate it. But we'll see what the NBA does. The NBA, usually doesn't fail us. But in terms of referees, they stand by their referees and they live and die by their referees. Like it's the Celtics and the 2018 Houston Rockets, living and dying by the three-point shot. It's just, I don't know what it is. They won't try to fix nothing. They don't care. I mean, it's just terrible, bro. It's sad. It's annoying. It's just weird. Something needs to be fixed, and the NBA needs to figure it out. Anyways, y'all, it's enough of me rambling and chatting. It's time for y'all to let me know. Chat them down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Real Talk with E, and it's time to leave the locker room. I'm going to catch y'all. Safety in my hearts.
Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
The officials have to review it. And the Lakers win the game. Banks it in. He banks in the three.
To win it. Good. That's why he's NBA All-Defensive Team. Adebayo, sky high with the block and rejection.
This is for the win. Got it. Wow.
At 7, working against Butler, got down.